Welcome back to another episode of Silent Pals Go to the Movies. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Small Things Like These. So just a fair warning, there's going to be spoilers up ahead, so you've been warned. In 1985, devoted father Bill Furlong discovers disturbing secrets kept by the local convent and uncovers shocking truths of his own. So let's begin with my first pro. This film is based on a novel that is based on something that did happen, and it is shocking that it was going on for such a long time. Pretty much into the 1980s is just jaw-dropping. So it's not just the topic, but who is behind this that makes it scary, because I would feel something like this would have some mobsters or bad guys or corrupt people behind it, but nuns, when they are supposed to represent something like hope, that does not come to mind. Next pro, the way it was filmed, the way they frame shots, it was just so powerful. I mean, one thing is to film a movie, but another thing is how and where the actors like Cillian Murphy will stand or move to show the audience his true feelings without him saying anything, just body expressions and the shot itself. Some of the other characters don't do this, but just a few are shot in this way, and it's a form of storytelling that uses the whole scene and setting, and I really enjoyed seeing it on the screen. Next pro, the acting. Cillian Murphy, he is Bill Furlong. I mean, you saw his last film, but this is a whole different person. First, he hardly speaks in this film, and he is acting in a way that is off in some way, but we as the audience see it, but others inside the film just ignore him or don't see it at all. The actor doesn't have to say much because he is using his face and gestures as words that will get to the audience. For example, one can say they're hungry with words, but also you can remain silent and do gestures or facial expressions and get the same message across. And that is what the actor does in this film. He tells us about himself without words, and that progresses the film. There are other amazing actors in this film that excel in their characters, such as Emily Watson, Eileen, Walsh, and all of them were just well casted. Now moving on to the cons. Okay, here's the biggest issue with the film. It is a slow burn. Yes, the movie has times that it doesn't do anything but lingers on shots. Cillian Murphy's character hardly speaks, even to his wife, daughters, heck, even to his workers. So he's just silent throughout the film, most of the time. We are learning about his past, but he doesn't say or do much to allow us to find out what his past was. We only get small flashbacks with no explanation, and we are supposed to figure it out by putting pieces together. What will put some people off will be the lack of color and light in the film as well. I know it's done for a particular purpose and reason, but most won't see that. Then there's the ending. For some, it will be great, but if you don't like films with the things I listed, then you won't enjoy the ending. I think this film will be too artsy or will make people linger on the meaning of the film, and that will take too long and they will just dismiss the film and say it was plain, boring, and slow. So my grade for this film is going to be a 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed the film. It uncovers something that happened and it shocked people who didn't live there, but I do see that for some it will be a slow and boring film, but Cillian Murphy did a great job acting and producing it. I enjoyed the framing of the shots, the lack of dialogue by Cillian, but his acting, his facial expression, and everything made up for it. I even liked the film's ending with no defined ending, so the audience could pick if he got praised for uncovering what the nuns were doing, or did he get silenced and punished, just like how many people warned him about not to mess with the nuns. In the end, this film will split audience into two, the ones that want to see another Oppenheimer and the ones that will enjoy the acting and performances in this film. So that does it for this review of Small Things Like These. Please join us next time where we're going to review Gladiator 2.
I remember that day. I never forgot it. That a slave could take revenge against an emperor.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. You can find our social media links below. And like always, keep watching movies.